Hello, today I'm going to be filming my best and worst bits of living or being at uni in my first year. Yes, this is the same top from my university update video because I'm filming all of the same day and I can't bother to change all my outfits, so yeah. So yeah, I'm going to start off with my best bits and then go on to my worst bits of my first year at uni. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I'm just going to get started. So, first thing I've put as the best thing about being at uni is living on campus. Living on campus is so convenient. Like, I can literally just get out of bed like 5 or 10 minutes before I need to go to my lecture and just go. Like, it's just so much easier. Like, because when I was at college, I had to have to like walk 10 minutes to the train station, get a 20-minute train, and walk 15 minutes from the train station in my town to the college. So yeah, like, I do not miss like commuting at all. It's just so nice living on campus, and like the buses are really regular as well, so when we do want to go into town it's easy to get back late at night and stuff. So yeah, living on campus is really fun and I would really recommend it. Next is first year doesn't count. Like, I think it just takes the pressure off so much. Like, obviously it can be quite hard to adapt to the new sort of assignments and like the way the sort of degree system works, but the fact that the first year doesn't actually count, you only have to pass it to get on to your next year. It's just so nice. Like, you're like, even if you struggle with something, you're like, oh, it's only first year, like, as long as I passed it, it's fine. So yeah. The next thing is better social life. I think the fact you're living with your friends like 24/7, it makes it so easy to know when people are free and stuff to do things, and yeah, like, there's so many student nights that go on, and especially living in a town as well, like, there's just so much more to do, and yeah, that's one of the best things about living at uni. Again, I've just said living nearer to a city. Where I'm from, I live in quite a rural area, so the fact that I'm like 20 minutes on a bus from the centre of Bath, like, it's just so good and convenient. Yeah, I absolutely love it. The next is being with your friends every day. I know I've just touched on this, but the fact you can sort of walk down the hallway, see your friends, and just like have a chat or whatever, or have a movie night, or go on a night out, it's just so much easier. Literally living with your friends, like, so much fun. The next one is lecturers and seminars teaching you like adults. Like, they don't call your parents if you do something wrong. They just sort of let you get on with it, and they sort of put an emphasis on you being responsible for your studies, and I think that's really good. And they just kind of talk to you like you're a normal person. Like, sometimes I feel like college or school, they just kind of talk to you, like, talk down to you all the time, but I've felt so respected here, and yeah. The next one is nights out. Like, nights out are honestly so funny. Like, it's definitely one of my highlights. Like, there's been so many funny memories, especially from my first like term at uni. Like, we used to go out all the time, and like everyone would get really drunk, and it was just really funny. Next is eating whatever you want. Obviously, living in non-catered accommodation, you just literally pick whatever you want for dinner. So nice and easy. Like, if you want to eat takeaway pizza, you can. You don't have your mum like saying, oh, it's not really healthy, is it? Like, just eat whatever you want. It's just so much easier. The next thing is more free time now. This will probably vary depending on what your course is or whatever, and at certain times of the year you don't have much free time, but I only really have 10 contact hours a week, so the rest of the time I can be studying or doing whatever I want. And yeah, it's just so nice because like back in college I was literally, I think I had about 20 to 30 contact hours, as well as like having to do revision, work in a part-time job. Like, yeah, literally in college I had no free time at all, but now I just have so much, I'm just more chilled. The next thing is having an ensuite. On this side of my room I have an ensuite, it's just all mine. I can keep it nice and clean, I can like have all my toiletries everywhere, not getting in the way, my mum not shouting at me when I get glitter in the bathroom. Like, it's just so nice having your ensuite, and like when you need to get up in the middle of the night you don't have to worry about waking people up because it's all like in your room. And yeah, I just love having an ensuite so much. I'm going to miss it so much next year and like when I'm at home for summer. And the next thing is good transport. Again, where I'm from, living in a rural area, the transport will be pretty shit, but here, living like near a city, like there's buses every 10 or 20 minutes, so easy to get into town, and also the train station from Bath like goes to a lot of different places. So we've been to Bristol before, and yeah. So I'm going to move on to the worst bits of uni now. The first thing being noisy neighbours. Upstairs are particularly really noisy. Like, at night we just hear them running up and down all the time constantly, and in our first term they actually came down to our hallway sometimes and would just like scream all the time. But that has stopped since, but they are still really noisy upstairs, just like from walking around, like just singing and stuff like that. So yeah, that can be quite annoying, especially around exam time. Next thing is the messy kitchen. Now, to be fair, our kitchen is not that bad. Like, I've seen other student kitchens and they are pretty grim, but ours isn't too bad. But from time to time I'm like, oh my god, like I just can't, it stresses me out. And like when there's just no room on the worktops, or Like, people just don't wipe down after themselves. It does really personally annoy me. But I just say to people, like, can you please clean up, and they will do it. So yeah. The next thing is the flat smelling of drugs. Like, you will probably experience this at some point in your university life. Like, your flat will smell like weed or something like that. We've actually had complaints about it from uni, so it has kind of calmed down a bit, but every now and then I'm like, oh, there's that smell again. Next thing is fire alarms. Oh my god. Again, first semester of uni we had about 4 or 5 of them. I think one was a drill, the rest were, well, to be fair, our flat has set off like 3. Upstairs has set off once, and I think another one got set off as well. Yeah, they're really annoying, especially when they're like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning and like I just want to sleep. And like above me is where the fire alarm is, so it's so loud as well. But yeah. The next thing is group work. I literally can't stand. Well, it depends. I think if you get a good group of people, it's fine. But I think that where like everyone works differently, like some people want to do it literally the day of the assignment. Some people want to do it weeks in advance. That's me. Like, coordinating group work is just so like annoying, and I'm so glad I have no group work next year. Another thing I dislike about uni is having to think of what to cook. Even though I just said I like cooking whatever I want, it can be quite like, you do get into a cycle like eating the same 3 meals and you think, oh god, I want to change it up, I don't know what to cook. But you have recipe books and the internet for that, so yeah. Next thing is homesickness. I have experienced this, especially again in my first semester, but like you do kind of get over it. Like once you start seeing your parents, you sort of settle into a routine, it does get easier. But yeah, like just keep talking to your parents, talk to your friends back home, and you will soon settle in and you'll be absolutely fine. Next thing is either having nothing to do or too much to do. As I said before, I do get a lot of free time a lot of the time, but there can be times in the year, like around my birthday was probably the worst. I'd have about 5 assignments due with like the space of a month, as well as my birthday and going home and stuff like that. Sometimes it can just get all really on top of you and overwhelming, but it does pass eventually. And yeah. The next thing is spending a fiver on washing. If you are aware of Circuit Laundry, you'll probably be aware it is quite pricey. Here at Bath Bar, like the wash is £2.40 and drying is £1.30, so it does come to around like a five, and you're just thinking that is so much. Bear in mind you have to buy the like detergent as well. It's just so pricey for like washing your clothes. Like just wait till your mum can do it. Next thing is realising the cost of things, especially like going out and like drinking and just buying like your weekly shopping. You realise how expensive food and drink actually is. I mean, it doesn't really help that I live in one of the most expensive cities in the UK, but yeah, since living at uni, you do realise how expensive like the cost of living is. But again, you do like just adapt to it, like depending on your student loan and stuff. So yeah. And the last thing is overpriced student accommodation. Now my accommodation is quite pricey, and my accommodation next year is even more pricey because I'm living in the centre of town. And the fact that it's really pricey, like my window in my bathroom's broken, like our kitchen, things break in the kitchen quite frequently. And yeah, you just think, God, am I really paying this much for things that don't really work properly? And like the bed's really uncomfortable, it's got 2 mattress toppers on it and I still find it uncomfortable. But yeah, like those are things I kind of dislike about uni. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you soon. Bye.